At that time, Korach, the son of Yetzer, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, took many men of the children of Yisrael, and they rose up and quarreled with Moshe and Aharon and the whole assembly. And Yahweh was angry with them, and the earth opened its mouth and swallowed them up with their houses and all belonging to them, and all the men belonging to Korach. And after this, Elohim made the people go round by the way of Mount Seir for a long time. At that time, Yahweh said to Moshe, "Provoke not a war against the children of Esau, for I will not give you of anything belonging to them as much as the sole of the foot could tread upon, for I have given Mount Seir for an inheritance to Esau." Therefore did the children of Esau fight against the children of Seir in former times, and Yahweh had delivered the children of Seir into the hands of the children of Esau, and destroyed them before them. And the children of Esau dwelt in their stead unto this day. Therefore Yahweh said to the children of Yisrael, "Fight not against the children of Esau your brother, for nothing in their land belongs to you, but you may buy food of them for money and eat it, and you may buy water of them for money and drink it." And the children of Yisrael did according to the word of Yahweh. And the children of Yisrael went about the wilderness, going around by way of Mount Sinai for a long time, and touched not the children of Esau, and they continued in the district for 19 years. At that time died Latinus, king of the children of Kittim, in that 45th year of his reign, which is 14th year of the children of Yisrael's departure from Mitzrayim. And they buried him in his place which he had built for himself in the land of Kittim, and Abinus reigned in his place for 38 years. And the children of Yisrael passed the boundary of the children of Esau in those days at the end of the 19th years, and they came and passed the road of the wilderness of Moab. And Yahweh said to Moshe, "Besiege not Moab, and do not fight against them, for I will give you nothing in their land." And the children of Yisrael passed the road of the wilderness of Moab for 19 years, and they did not fight against them. And in the 36th year of the children of Yisrael's departing from Mitzrayim, Yahweh smote the hearts of Chaichon, king of Amorim, and he waged war and went forth to fight against the children of Moab. And Chaichon sent messengers to Beor, the sons of Lanus, the sons of Bilam, counselor of the king of Mitzrayim, and to Balaam, the son, to curse Moab in order that it might be delivered into the hands of Sichon. And the messengers went and brought Beor, the sons of Lanus, and Balaam, his son, from Pethor, and Aram Naaraim. So Beor and Balaam his son came to the city of Sichon, and they cursed Moab and their king in the presence of Sichon, the king of Amorim. So Sichon went out with his whole army, and he went to Moab and fought against them, and he subdued them, and Yahweh delivered them into his hands. And of Sichon slew the king of Moab, and Sichon took all the cities of Moab in the battle. He also took Heshbon from them, for Heshbon was one of the cities of Moab. And Sichon placed his princes and nobles in Heshbon, and Heshbon belonged to Sichon in those days. Therefore the parable speaker Beor and Balaam his son uttered these words, saying, "Come to Heshbon, the city of Sichon, and we will build and establish. Woe unto Moab, you are lost, O people of Chemosh." Behold, it is written upon the cipher of Torah of Elohim. And when Sihon had conquered Moab, he placed guards in the city which he had taken from Moab, and considerable number of children of Moab fell in battle into the hand of Sihon, and he made a great capture of them, sons and daughters, and he slew their king. So Sihon turned back into his own land, and Sihon gave numerous presents of silver and gold to Beor and Balaam his son, and he dismissed them, and they went to Aram Naharayim, to their home and country. At that time, all the children of Yasrael passed from the road of the wilderness of Moab, and returned and surrounded the wilderness of Edom. So the whole assembly came to the wilderness of Sion in the first month of the 14th year of their departure from Mitzrayim, and the children of Yasrael dwelt there in Kadesh of the wilderness of Sion. Miriam died there, and she was buried. At that time Moshe sent messengers to Hadad, king of Edom, saying, Thus says your brother, Yasrael, let me pass, I pray you, through your land. We will not pass through your field or vineyard. We will not drink the water of the well. We will walk in the king's road. And Edom said to him, You shall not pass through my country. And Edom went forth to meet the children of Yasrael with a mighty people. And the children of Esau refused to let the children of Yasrael pass through their land. So Yasrael removed from them and fought not against them. For before this Yahuwah had commanded the children of Yasrael, saying, You shall not fight against the children of Esau. Therefore Yasrael removed from them and did not fight against them. So the children of Yasrael departed from Kadesh, and all the people came to Mount Hor. At that time Yahuwah said to Moshe, Tell your brother Aharon that he shall not die there, for he shall not come to the land which I gave the children of Yasrael. And Aharon went up and command of Yahuwah to Mount Hor in the 14th year, in the 50th month, on the first day of the month. And Aharon was 123 years old when he died at Mount Hor. And King Arad, the Canaanite who dwelt in Negev, heard that Yasrael had come by the way of the spies, and he arranged his forces to fight against Yasrael. And the children of Yasrael were greatly afraid of him, for he had a great and heavy armor. So the children of Yasrael resolved to return to Mitzrayim. And the children of Yasrael turned back about the distance of 3 days' journey into Makaroth and Beni Yaakan, for they were greatly afraid on account of the king Arad. And the king of Yasrael would not get back to their places, so they remained in Beni Yaakan for 30 days. And when the children of Levi saw that the children of Yasrael would not turn back, they were jealous for the sake of Yahuwah, and they rose up and fought against Yasrael their brethren, and slew of them a great body, and forced them to turn back to their place, Mount Hor. And when they returned, the king Arad was still arranging his hosts for battle against Yasrael. And Yasrael vowed a vow, saying, If you will deliver this people into my hand, then I will utterly destroy their cities. And Yahuwah hearkened to the voice of Yasrael, and he delivered Canaanim into the hand, and he utterly destroyed them and their cities. And he called the name of the place Hormah. And the children of Yasrael journeyed from Mount Hor and pitched in Oveth. And they journeyed from Oveth, and they pitched at Ai Ha Avrim, and the border of Moab. And the children of Yasrael sent to Moab, saying, Let us pass now through your land into our place. But the children of Moab would not suffer the children of Yisrael to pass through their land, for the children of Moab were greatly afraid, lest the children of Yisrael should do to them as Gihon, the city of Emrim, had done to them, who had taken their land and who had slain many of them. Therefore, Moab would not suffer Yisrael to pass through his land, and Yahuwah commanded the children of Yisrael, saying that they should not fight against Moab. So Yisrael removed from Moab. And the children of Yisrael journeyed from the border of Moab, and they came to another side of Arnon, the border of Moab, between Moab and Emrim, and they pitched in the border of Sihon, the king of the Emorem, in the wilderness of Kedemoth. And the children of Yisrael sent messengers to Sihon, king of Emorem, saying, "Let us pass through your land. We will not turn into the fields nor into the vineyards. We will go along by the king's highway until we shall have passed your border." But Sihon would not suffer Yisrael to pass. So Sihon collected all the people of Emorem and went forth into the wilderness to meet the children of Yisrael. And he fought against Yisrael and Yahatz. And Yahuwah delivered Sihon from the Emorine king unto the hand of the children of Yisrael. And Yisrael smote all the people of Sihon with the edge of the sword, and avenged the cause of Moab. And the children of Yisrael took possession of the land of Sihon from Aram into Yabag unto the children of Ammon, and they took all the spoils of the city. And Yisrael took all the cities, and Yisrael dwelt in all the cities of Emorem. And all the children of Yisrael resolved to fight against the children of Ammon, to take their land also. So Yahuwah said to the children of Yisrael, "Do not besiege the children of Ammon, neither stir up battle against them, for I will give nothing to you of their land." And the children of Yisrael hearkened to the word of Yahuwah, and did not fight against the children of Ammon. And the children of Yisrael turned and went up by the way of Bashan to the king of Og, king of Bashan. And Og, the king of Bashan, went out to meet Yisrael in battle. And he had with him many valiant men, and a very strong force from the people of Emorem. And Og, the king of Bashan, was a very powerful man. But Naaron, his son, was exceedingly powerful, even stronger than he was. And Og said in his heart, "Behold, now the whole camp of Yisrael takes up a space of 3 parsa. Now will I smite them at once without sword or spear." And Og went up to Mount Yahatz, and took there from one large stone, the length of which was 3 parsa. And he placed it on his head, and resolved to throw it upon the camp of the children of Yisrael, to smite all Yisrael with that stone. And the angel of Yahuwah came and pierced the stone upon the head of Og, and the stone fell upon the neck of Og, that Og fell to the earth on account of the weight of the stone upon his neck. At that time Yahuwah said to the children of Yisrael, "Be not afraid of him, for I have given him and all his people and all his land unto your hand. And you shall not do to him as you did to Sihon." And Moshe went down to him with a small number of the children of Yisrael. And Moshe smote Og with a stick at the ankles of his feet, and slew him. The children of Yisrael afterward pursued the children of Og and all his people, and they beat and destroyed them, till there was no remnant left of them. Moshe afterwards sent some of the children of Yisrael to spy out Yaazir, for Yaazir was very famous city, and the spies went to Yaazir and explored it. And the spies trusted in Yahuwah, and they fought against the men of Yaazir. And these men took Yaazir and its villages, and Yahuwah delivered them into the hands, and they drove out the Amorim who had been there. And the children of Yisrael took the land of the 2 kings of the Amorim, 60 cities which were on the other side of the Jordan, from the brook of Arnon unto Mount Hermon. And the children of Yisrael journeyed and came to the plain of Moab, which is on the side of the Jordan, by Jericho. And the children of Moab heard all the evil which the children of Yisrael had done to the 2 kings of Amorim, to Sihon and Og. So all the men of Moab were greatly afraid of Yisrael. And the elders of Moab said, Behold, the 2 kings of the Amorim, Sihon and Og, were more powerful than all the kings of the earth, could not stand against the children of Yisrael. How then can we stand before them? Surely they sent us a message before now to pass through our land on their way, and we would not suffer them. Now they will turn upon us with their heavy swords and destroy us. And Moab was distressed on account of the children of Yisrael, and they were greatly afraid of them. And they counseled together what was to be done to the children of Yisrael. And the elders of Moab resolved and took one of their men, Balak, the son of Tisipor, the Moabi, and made him king over them at that time. And Balak was a very wise man. And the elders of Moab rose up and sent to the children of Midian to make peace with them, for a great battle and enmity had been in those days between Moab and Midian, from the days of Hadad, the son of Bedad, king of Edom, who smote Midian in the field of Moab, unto these days. And the children of Moab sent to the children of Midian, and they made peace with them. And the elders of Midian came into the land of Moab to make peace in behalf of the children of Midian. And the elders of Moab counseled with the elders of Midian what to do in order to save their lives from Yisrael. And all the children of Moab said to the elders of Midian, Now, therefore, the children of Yisrael licked up all that are round about us, as ox licks up the grass of the field. For thus did they to the 2 kings of the Amorim, who are stronger than we are. And the elders of Midian said to Moab, We have heard that at the time when Sihon, the king of Amorim, fought against you, when he prevailed over you and took your land, he had sent to Beor the son of Ionis, and to Bilam his son from Abram Arayam, and they came and cursed you. Therefore did the hand of Sihon prevail over you, that he took your land. Now therefore send you also to Bilam the son, for he still remains in his land, and give him his hire, that he may come and curse all people of whom you are afraid. So the elders of Moab heard this thing, and it pleased them to send Bilam the son of Beor. So Balak the son of Tisipor, the king of Moab, sent messengers to Balaam, saying, Behold, there is a people come out of Mitzrayim. Behold, they cover the face of the earth, and they abide over against me. Now therefore, come and curse this people for me, for they are too mighty for me. Perchance I shall prevail to fight against them and drive them out. For I heard that he whom you bless is blessed, and he whom you curse is cursed. So the messengers of Balak went to Balaam and brought Balaam to curse the people to fight Moab. And Balaam came to Balak to curse Yisrael, and Yahuwah said to Balaam, Curse not this people, for it is blessed. And Balak urged Balaam that day by day to curse Yisrael, but Balaam hearkened not to Balak on the account of the word of Yahuwah, which he had spoken to Balaam. And when Balak saw that Balaam would accede to his wish, he rose up and went home. And Balaam also returned to his land, and he went from there to Midian. And the children of Yisrael journeyed from the plain of Moab and pitched by the Jordan from Beit Ha Shimoth even unto Avel Shittim at the end of the plains of Moab. And when the children of Yisrael abode in the plain of Shittim, they began to commit whoredom with the daughters of Moab. And the children of Yisrael approached Moab, and the children of Moab pitched their tents opposite to the camp of the children of Yisrael. And the children of Moab were afraid of the children of Yisrael. And the children of Moab took all their daughters and their women of beautiful aspect and comely appearance, and dressed them in gold and silver and costly garments. And the children of Moab seated these women at the door of their tents in order that the children of Yisrael might see them and turn to them and not fight against Moab. And all the children of Moab did this thing to the children of Yisrael. And every man placed his woman and daughter at the door of the tent. And all the children of Yisrael saw the act of the children of Moab. And the children of Yisrael turned to the daughters of Moab and coveted them. And they went to them. And it came to pass that when an Evri came to the door of the tent of Moab, and saw a daughter of Moab, and desired her in his heart, and spoke with her at the door of the tent, that which he desired, while they were speaking together, the men of the tent would come out and speak to the Evri like unto these words: Surely you know that we are brethren, and that are all descendants of Lot and the descendants of Abraham his brother. Wherefore then will you not remain with us? And wherefore will you not eat our bread and our sacrifice? And when the children of Moab had thus overwhelmed him with their speeches and enticed them by their flattering words, they seated him in the tent and cooked and sacrificed for him, and he ate of their sacrifices and of their bread. They then gave them wine, and he drank and became intoxicated. And they placed before him a beautiful damsel, and he did with her as he liked, for he knew not what he was doing, as he had drunk plentifully of wine. Thus did the children of Moab to Yisrael in the plain of Shittim. And the anger of Yahweh was kindled against Yisrael on account of this matter, and he sent a pestilence among them, and there died of Yisrael 24,000 men. Now there was a man of the children of Shimon, whose name was Zimri, the son of Kalu, who connected himself with the Midii, Cosbi, the daughter of Tesur, king of Midian, in the sight of all the children of Yisrael. And Pinechak, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aharon, the priest, saw this wicked thing which Zimri had done, and he took a spear and rose up and went after them and pierced them both and slew them, and the pestilence ceased from the children of Yisrael. At that time, after the pestilence, Yahuwah said to Moshe and to Eleazar, the son of Aharon, the priest, saying, Number the heads of the whole community of the children of Yisrael from 20 years old and upwards, and that went forth in the army. And Moshe and Eleazar numbered the children of Yisrael after their families, and the number of all Yisrael was 700,730. And the number of the children of Levi from 1 month old and upward was 23,000, and amongst these there was not a man of those numbered by Moshe and Aharon in the wilderness of Sinai. For Yahuwah had told them that they would die in the wilderness. So they all died, and not one had been left of them, excepting Caleb, the son of Yephuniah, and Yahusha, the son of Nun. And it was after this that Yahuwah said to Moshe, Say unto the children of Yisrael, to avenge upon Midian the cause of their brethren and the children of Yisrael. And Moshe did so, and the children of Yisrael chose from amongst them 12,000 men, being 1,000 to a tribe, and they went to Midian. And the children of Yisrael warred against Midian, and they slew every male, also the 5 princes of Midian, and Bileam the son of Beor did they slay with the sword. And the children of Yisrael took the woman of Midian captive, with their little ones and their cattle and all belonging to them. And they took all the spoil and all the prey, and they brought it to Moshe and Eleazar to the plains of Moab. And Moshe and Eleazar and all the princes of the assembly went forth to meet with them with joy. And they divided all the spoil of Midian, and the children of Yisrael had been revenged upon Midian for the cause of their brethren, the children of Yisrael. At that time, Yahweh said to Moshe, Behold, your days are approaching to an end. Take now Yahshua, the son of Nun, your servant, and place him in the tabernacle, and I will command him. And Moshe did so. And Yahweh appeared in the tabernacle in a pillar of cloud, and the pillar of cloud stood at the entrance of the tabernacle. And Yahweh commanded Yahusha the son of Nun, and he said to him, Be strong and courageous, for you shall bring the children of Yisrael to the land which I swore to give them, and I will be with you. And Moshe said to Yahusha, Be strong and courageous, for you will make the children of Yisrael inherit the land, and Yahweh will be with you, and he will not leave you nor forsake you. Be not afraid nor disheartened. And Moshe called to all the children of Yisrael, and he said to them, You have seen all the good which Yahweh Eloheka has done for you in the wilderness. Now therefore, observe all the words of this Torah, and walk in the way of Yahweh Eloheka. Turn not from the way which Yahweh has commanded you, either to the right or to the left. And Moshe taught the children of Yisrael commandments and judgments and Torah to do in the land as Yahweh had commanded him. And he taught them the way of Yahweh and his Torah. Behold, they are written upon the cipher of the Torah of Elohim, which he gave to the children of Yisrael by the hand of Moshe. And Moshe finished commanding the children of Yisrael, and Yahweh said to him, saying, Go up to the Mount Ephraim and die there, and be gathered into the people of Aharon, your brother, was gathered. And Moshe went up as Yahweh had commanded him, and he died there in the land of Moab by the order of Yahweh in the 40th year from Yisrael's going forth from the land of Mitzrayim. And the children of Yisrael wept for Moshe in the plains of Moab for 30 days, and the days of weeping and mourning for Moshe were completed. And it was after the death of Moshe that Yahweh said unto Yahusha the son of Nun, saying, Rise up and pass the Yarden to the land which I have given to the children of Yisrael, and you shall make the children of Yisrael inherit the land. Every place upon which the sole of your feet shall tread shall belong to you, from the wilderness of Lebanon unto the great river and the river Parath shall be your boundary. No man shall stand up against you all the days of your life. As I was with Moshe, so will I be with you. Only be strong and of good courage to observe all the Torah which Moshe commanded you. Turn not from the way either to the right or to the left, in order that you may prosper in all that you do. And Yahusha commanded the officer of Yisrael, saying, Pass through the camp and command the people, saying, Prepare for yourselves provisions, for in 3 days more you will pass the Yarden to possess the land. And the officers of the children of Yisrael did so. And they commanded the people, and they did all that Yahusha had commanded. And Yahusha sent 2 men to spy out the land of Jericho. And the men went and spied out Jericho, and at the end of the 7 days they came to Yahusha in the camp and said to him, Yahuwah has delivered the whole land into our hand, and the inhabitants thereof are melted with fear because of us. And it came to pass after that, that Yahusha rose up in the morning, and all Yisrael with him, and they journeyed from Shittim, and Yahusha and all Yisrael with him passed the Jordan, and Yahusha was 82 years old when he passed the Jordan with Yisrael. And the people went up from the Jordan on the 10th day of the first month, and they encamped in Gilgal, at the eastern corner of Jericho. And the children of Yisrael kept the Pesach and Gilgal in the plains of Jericho on the 14th day of the month, as it is written in Torah of Moshe. And the manna ceased at that time on the morrow of the Pesach, and there was no more manna for the children of Yisrael, and they ate of the produce of the land of Canaan. And Jericho was entirely closed against the children of Yisrael. No one came out or went in. And it was in the 2nd month, on the 1st day of the month, that Yahuwah said to Yahusha, Rise up, behold, I have given Jericho into your hand, with all the people thereof, and all your fighting men shall go round the city once each day. Thus shall you do for 6 days. And the priest shall blow upon shofar, and when you shall hear the sound of the shofar, all the people shall give a great shouting, that the walls of the city shall fall down. All the people shall go up, every man against his opponent. And Yahusha did so according to all Yahuwah had commanded him. And on the 7th day they went round the city 7 times, and the priests blew upon the shofar. And at the 7th round, Yahusha said to the people, Shout, for Yahuwah has delivered the whole city into our hands. Only the city and all it contains shall be accursed to Yahuwah, and guard yourselves from the accursed thing, lest you make the camp of Yisrael accursed and trouble it. But all the silver and gold and brass and iron shall be consecrated unto Yahuwah. They shall come into the treasury of Yahuwah. And the people blew upon shofars and made great shouting, and the walls of Jericho fell down. And all the people went up, every man straight before him. And they took the city and utterly destroyed that was in it, both man and woman, young and old, ox and sheep and ass, with the edge of the sword. And they burned the whole city with fire. Only the vessels of silver and gold and brass and iron they put into the treasury of Yahuwah. And Yahusha swore at that time, saying, Cursed be the man who builds Jericho. He shall lay the foundation thereof in his firstborn, and in his youngest son shall he set up the gates thereof. And Achan, the son of Carmi, the son of Zabdi, the son of Zerach, son of Yehuda, dealt treacherously in the accursed thing, and he took of the accursed thing and hid it in the tent. And the anger of Yahuwah was kindled against Yisrael. And it was after this, when the children of Yisrael had returned from burning Jericho, Yahusha sent men to spy out also Ai and to fight against it. And the men went up and spied out Ai, and they returned and said, Let not all the people go up with you to Ai, and let about 3,000 men go up and smite the city, for the men thereof are but few. And Yahusha did so, and there went up with him the children of Yisrael, about 3,000 men, and they fought against the men of Ai. And the battle was severe against Yasrael, and the men of Ai smote 36 men of Yasrael, and the children of Yasrael fled from before the men of Ai. And when Yahushua saw this thing, he tore his garments and fell upon his face to the ground before Yahuwah, he with the elders of Yasrael, and they put dust upon their heads. And Yahushua said, Why, O Yahuwah, did you bring this people over to the Yarden? What shall I say after Yasrael has turned their backs against their enemies? Now therefore all Kenyanim, inhabitants of the land, will hear this thing and surround us and cut off our name. And Yahuwah said to Yahushua, Why do you fall upon your face? Rise, get you off, for Yasrael has sinned and taken of the accursed thing. I will no more be with them unless they destroy the accursed thing from amongst them. And Yahushua rose up and assembled the people and brought to Erim by the order of Yahuwah, and the tribe of Yehudah was taken, and Akin the son of Carmi was taken. And Yahushua said to Akin, Tell me, my son, what have you done? And Akin said, I saw amongst the spoil a goodly garment of shinar, and 200 shekels of silver, and a wedge of gold of 50 shekels weight. I coveted them and took them, and behold, they are all hid in the earth in the midst of the tent. And Yahushua sent men who went and took them from the tent of Akin, and they brought them to Yahushua. And Yahushua took Akin and these utensils, and his sons and daughters, and all belonging to him, and they brought them into the valley of Achor. And Yahushua burned them there with fire, and all Yasrael stoned Akin with stones, and they raised over him a heap of stones. Therefore did he call that place the valley of Achor. So Yahushua's anger was appeased, and Yahushua afterward came to the city and fought against it. And Yahuwah said to Yahushua, Fear not, neither be dismayed. Behold, I have given unto your hand Ai, her king and her people, and you shall do unto them as you did to Jericho and her king. Only the spoil thereof and the cattle thereof shall you take for a prey for yourselves. Lay an ambush for the city behind it. So Yahushua did according to the word of Yahuwah, and he chose from amongst his sons of war 30,000 valiant men, and he sent them, and they lay in ambush for the city. And he commanded them, saying, When you shall see us, we will flee before them with cunning, and they will pursue us, and you shall then rise out of the ambush and take the city. And they did so, and Yahushua fought, and the men of the city went out towards Yasrael, not knowing that they were lying in ambush for them behind the city. And Yahushua and all Yasrael found themselves wearied out before them, and they fled by the way of the wilderness with cunning. And the men of Ai gathered all the people who were in the city to pursue Yasrael, and they went out and were drawn away from the city. Not one remained. And they left the city open and pursued Yasrael. And those who were lying in ambush rose up out of their places and hastened to come to the city and took it and set it on fire. And the men of Ai turned back, and behold, the smoke of the city ascended into the skies, and they had no means of retreating either way or other. And all the men of Ai were in the midst of Yasrael, some on this side and some on that side. And they smote them, so that not one of them remained. And the children of Yasrael took Molesh, king of Ai, alive, and they brought him to Yahushua, and Yahushua hanged him on a tree, and he died. And the children of Yasrael returned to the city after having burned it, and they smote all those that were in it with the edge of the sword. And the number of those had fallen of the men of Ai, both man and woman, was 12,000. Only the cattle and the spoil of the city they took to themselves, according to the word of Yahuwah to Yahushua. And all the kings on the side of the Yarden, all the kings of Canaan, heard of the evil which the children of Yasrael had done to Jericho and to Ai, and they gathered themselves together to fight against Yasrael. Only the inhabitants of Givon were greatly afraid of fighting against Yasrael, lest they should perish. So they acted cunningly, and they came to Yahusha and to all Yasrael, and said to them, "We have come from a distant land. Now therefore cut a covenant with us." And the inhabitants of Givon overreached the children of Yasrael, and the children of Yasrael cut a covenant with them, and they made peace with them. And the princes of the assembly swore unto them. But afterward the children of Yasrael knew that they were neighbors to them, and were dwelling amongst them. But the children of Yasrael slew them not, for they had sworn to them by Yahweh, and they became hewers of wood and drawers of water. And Yahusha said to them, "Why did you deceive me to do this thing to us?" And they answered him, saying, "Because it was told to your servant that all you had done to all the kings of Amorim, and were greatly afraid of our lives, and we did this thing." And Yahusha appointed them on that day to hew wood and draw water, and he divided them for slaves to all the tribes of Yasrael. And when Adonai Tesedek, king of Jerusalem, Jerusalem heard all that the children of Yasrael had done to Jericho and to Ai, he sent to Hoam, king of Hebron, and to Piram, king of Yarmuth, and to Japhia, king of Lachish, and to Devor, king of Eglon, saying, "Come up to me, and help me, that we may smite the children of Yasrael." And the inhabitants of Givon, who made peace with the children of Yasrael, and they gathered themselves together, and the kings of Ephraim went up with all their camps, a mighty people, of numerous as the sands of the seashore. And all the kings came and encamped before Givon. And they began to fight against the inhabitants of Givon. And all the men of Givon sent to Yahusha, saying, "Come up quickly to us and help us, for all the kings of Amorim have gathered to fight against us." And Yahusha and all the fighting people went up from Gilgal, and Yahusha came suddenly to them and smote these 5 kings with a great slaughter. And Yahuwah confounded them before the children of at Yasrael, who smote them with a terrible slaughter of Givon, and pursued them along the way that goes up to Bayat Haron unto Makkedah, and they fled from before the children of Yasrael. And while they were fleeing, Yahuwah sent upon the hailstones from heaven, and more of them died by the hailstones than by the slaughter of the children of Yasrael. And the children of Yasrael pursued them, and they still smote them on the road, going on and smiting them. And when they were smiting, the day was declining towards evening, and Yahusha said in the sight of all the people, "Sun, stand still upon Givon, and you, moon, in the valley of Aelon, until the nation shall have revenged itself upon its enemies." And Yahweh hearkened to the voice of Yahusha, and the sun stood still in the midst of heaven, and it stood still 36 moments. And the moon also stood still, and hastened not to go down a whole day. And there was no day like that before it or after it. And Yahweh hearkened to the voice of man, for Yahweh fought for Yasrael. Then spoke Yahusha this song on that day, that Yahuwah had given the Amorim into the hand of Yahusha and the children of Yasrael. And he said in the sight of all Yasrael, "You have done mighty things, O Yahweh. You have performed great deeds. Who is like unto you? My lips shall sing your name. My goodness and my fortress, my high tower, I will sing a new song unto you. With thanksgiving I will sing to you. You are the strength of my Yeshua. All the kings of the earth shall praise you. The princes of the world shall sing to you. The children of Yisrael shall rejoice in your Yahusha. They shall sing a praise, your power. To you, O Yahuwah, did we confide. We said, you are our Elohim, for you were our shelter and strong tower against our enemies. To you we cried and were not ashamed. In you we trusted and were delivered. When we cried unto you, you did hear our voice. You did deliver our souls from the sword. You did show unto us your grace. You did give unto us your Yeshua. You did rejoice our hearts with your strength. You did go forth for your Yeshua. With your arm you did redeem your people. You did answer us from the heavens of your holiness. You did save us from 10,000s of people. The sun and the moon stood still in the heavens, and you did stand in your wrath against your oppressors, and did command your judgments over them. All the princes of the earth stood up. The kings of the nations had gathered themselves together. They were not moved at your presence. They desired your battles. You did rise against them in your anger, and you did bring down your wrath upon them. You did destroy them in your anger, and cut them off in your heart. Nations have been consumed with your fury. Kingdoms have declined because of your wrath. You did wound kings in that day of your anger. You did pour out your fury upon them. Your wrathful anger took hold of them. You did turn their iniquity upon them and did cut them off in their wickedness. They did spread a trap. They fell thereon. In the net they hid. Their foot was caught. Your hand was ready for all your enemies, who said, through their sword they possessed the land, through their arm they dwelt in the city. You did fill their faces with shame. You did bring their horns down to the ground. You did terrify them in your wrath, and did destroy them in your anger. The earth trembled and shook at the sound of your storm over them. You did not withhold their souls from death, and did bring down their lives to Sheol. You did pursue them in your storm. You did consume them in your whirlwind. You did turn their rain into hail, and they fell in deep pits so that they could not rise. Their carcasses were like rubbish cast out in the middle of the streets. They were consumed and destroyed in your anger. You did save your people with your might. Therefore, our hearts rejoice in you. Our souls exult in your Yahusha. Our tongue shall relate your might. We will sing and praise your wondrous works. For you did save us from our enemies. You did deliver us from those who rose up against us. You did destroy them from before us and depress them beneath our feet. Thus shall all your enemies perish, O Yahuwah, and the wicked shall be like chaff driven by the wind, and your beloved shall be like trees planted by the water. So Yahusha and all Yisrael with him returned to the camp in Gilgal after having smitten all the king, so that not a remnant was left of them. And the 5 kings fled alone on foot from battle and hid themselves in a cave. And Yahusha sought for them in the field of battle and did not find them. And it was afterward told to Yahusha, saying, the kings are found, and behold, they are hidden in caves. And Yahusha said, appoint men to be at the mouth of the caves to guard them, lest they take themselves away. And the children of Yisrael did so. And Yahusha called to all Yisrael and said to the officers of battle, place your feet upon the necks of these kings. And Yahusha said, so shall Yahuwah do to all your enemies. And Yahusha commanded afterwards that they should slay the kings and cast them into the cave and put great stones at the mouth of the cave. And Yahusha went afterward with all the people that were with him on that day at Kedah, and he smote it with the edge of the sword, and he utterly destroyed the souls and all belonging to the city. And he did to the king and the people thereof as he had done to Jericho. And he passed from there to Livnah, and he fought against, and Yahuwah delivered it into his hands, and Yahusha smote it with the edge of the sword, and all the souls thereof, and he did it, and to the king thereof, as he had done to Jericho. And from there he passed on to Lachish to fight against it. And Horam, king of Gaza, went up to assist the men of Lachish. And Yahusha smote them and his people until there was none left of them. And Yahusha took Lachish and all the people thereof, and he did to it as he had done to Levnah. And Yahusha passed from there to Eglon. And he took that also, and he smote it, and all the people thereof with the edge of the sword. And from there he passed to Chevron, and fought against it, and took it, and utterly destroyed it. And he returned from there with all Yisrael to Dever, and fought against it, and smote it with the edge of the sword. And he destroyed every soul in it, he left none remaining. And he did to it and the king thereof as he had done to Jericho. And Yahusha smote all the kings of Amrim from Kadesh Barnea and Gaza, and he took their country at once, for Yahuwah had fought for Yisrael. And Yahusha with all Yisrael came to the camp of Gilgal. When at that time Yavin, king of Kator, heard all that Yahusha had done to the king of Amorim, Yavin sent to Yavot, king of Midian, and to Laban, king of Shimron, and to Yephel, king of Kashaph, and to all the kings of Amorim, saying, Come quickly to us and help us, that we may smite the children of Yisrael before they come upon us, and do unto us as they have done to the other kings of Amorim. And all these kings hearkened to the word of Yavin, king of Katzor, and went forth with all their camps. 17 kings and their people were as numerous as the sands of the seashore, together with horses and chariots innumerable. And they came and pitched together at the waters of Mermom, and they were met together to fight against Yisrael. And Yahuwah said to Yahusha, Fear them not, for tomorrow about this time I will deliver them up all slain before you. You shall hew their horses and burn their chariots with fire. And Yahusha with all the men of war came suddenly upon them and smote them, and they fell into the hands, for Yahuwah had delivered them into the hands of the children of Yisrael. So the children of Yisrael pursued all these kings with their camps and smote them until there were none left of them. And Yahusha did to them as Yahuwah had spoken to them. And Yahusha returned at that time to Katzor, and smote it with the sword, and destroyed every soul in it, and burned it with fire. From Katzor Yahusha passed to Shimron, and smote it, and utterly destroyed it. From there he passed to Akshaph, and he did to it as he had done to Shimron. From there he passed to Adullam, and he smote all the people in it. And he did to Adullam as he had done to Akshaph and to Shimron. And he passed from them to all the cities of the kings which he had smitten. And he smote all the people that were left of them, and he utterly destroyed them. Only their booty and cattle Yisrael took to themselves as a prey, but every man smote, they suffered not a soul to live. As Yahuwah had commanded Moshe, so did Yahusha and all Yisrael. They failed not in anything. So Yahusha and all the children of Yisrael smote the whole land of Canaan as Yahuwah had commanded them, and smote all their kings, being 30 and 1 king, and the children of Yisrael took their whole country, besides the kingdom of Sihon and Og, which were on the other side of the Jordan, of which Moshe had smitten many cities, and Moshe gave them to Reuvim and the Gadim, and to half the tribe of Manasseh. And Yahusha smote all the kings that were on the side of the Jordan to the west, and gave for an inheritance to the 9 tribes and to the half tribe of Yisrael. For 5 years did Yahusha carry on the war with these kings, and he gave their cities to Yisrael. And the land became tranquil from the battle throughout the cities of Emorym and the Kenyanim. And that time, in the 5th year after the children of Yisrael had passed over the Jordan, after the children of Yisrael had rested from their war with Kenyanim, at that time great and severe battles arose between Edom and the children of Kittim. And the children of Kittim fought against Edom, and Abinas, king of Kittim, went forth that year, that is in the 31st year of his reign, and a great force with him of the mighty men of the children of Kittim, and he went to Seir to fight against the children of Esau. And Hadad, the king of Edom, heard of his report, and he went forth to meet him with a heavy people and strong force, and engaged in battle with him in the field of Edom. And the hand of Kittim prevailed over the children of Esau, and the children of Kittim slew of the children of Esau 22,000 men. And all the children of Esau fled from before them, and the children of Kittim pursued them, and they reached Hadad, king of Edom, who was running before them, and they caught them alive and brought him to Abinas, king of Kittim. And Abinas ordered him to be slain, and Hadad, king of Edom, died in the 48th year of his reign. And the children of Kittim continued their pursuit of Edom, and they smote them with a great slaughter, and Edom became subject to the children of Kittim, and the children of Kittim ruled over Edom, and Edom became under the hand of the children of Kittim, and became one kingdom from that day, and from that time they could no more lift up their heads, and their kingdom became one with the children of Kittim. And Abinas placed officers in Edom, and all the children of Edom became subject and tributary to Abinas, and Abinas turned back to his own land, Kittim. And when he returned, he renewed his government and built for himself a spacious and fortified palace for a royal residence, and reigned securely over the children of Kittim and over Edom. And those days, after the children of Yisrael had driven away all the Kenyanim and the Amorim, Yahusha was old and advanced in years. And Yahuwah said to Yahusha, "You are old, advanced in life, and a great part of the land remains to be possessed. Now therefore divide this land for an inheritance to the 9 tribes and to the half tribe of Manasseh." And Yahusha rose up and did as Yahuwah had spoken to him, and he divided the whole land into the tribes of Yisrael as an inheritance according to their divisions. But to the tribe at Levi he gave no inheritance. The offerings of Yahuwah are their inheritance, as Yahuwah had spoken of them by the hand of Moshe. And Yahusha gave Mount Hebron to Caleb, the son of Yephaniah, one portion above his brethren, as Yahuwah had spoken through Moshe. Therefore Hebron became an inheritance to Caleb and to his children unto this day. And Yahusha divided the whole land by lots to all Yisrael for an inheritance, as Yahuwah had commanded him. And the children of Yisrael gave cities to the Leviim from their own inheritance, and suburbs for cattle, and property as Yahuwah had commanded Moshe, so did the children of Yisrael. And they divided the land by lot, whether great or small, and they went to inherit the land according to their boundaries. And the children of Yisrael gave to Yahusha, the son of Nun, an inheritance among them. By the word of Yahuwah did they give to him the city which he required, Timnath, Kirach, the Mount Ephraim, and he built the city and dwelt therein. These are the inheritance which Eleazar, the priest of Yahusha, the son of Nun, and the heads of the fathers of the tribes portioned out to the children of Yisrael by lot in Shiloh before Yahuwah at the door of the tabernacles, and they left off dividing the land. And Yahuwah gave the land to Yisrael, and they possessed it as Yahuwah had spoken to them, and as Yahuwah had sworn to their ancestors. And Yahuwah gave to Yisrael rest from all their enemies around them, and no man stood up against them. And Yahuwah delivered all their enemies into their hands, and not one thing failed of all the good which Yahuwah had spoken to the children of Yisrael. Yea, Yahuwah performed everything. And Yahusha called unto the children of Yisrael, and he blessed them, and commanded them to serve Yahuwah, and he afterwards sent them away. And they went each man to his city, and each man to his inheritance. And the children of Yisrael served Yahuwah all the days of Yahusha, and Yahuwah gave them rest from all around them, and they dwelt securely in their cities. And it came to pass in those days that Abinus, king of Kittim, died in the 38th year of his reign, that is the 70th year of his reign over Edom. And they buried him in his place which he had built for himself, and Latinus reigned in his stead 50 years. And during his reign he brought forth an army, and he went and fought against the inhabitants of Britannia and Curania, the children of Elisha, son of Yavin, and he prevailed over them and made them tributary. He then heard that Edom had revolted from under the hand of Kittim, and Latinus went to them, and smote them, and subdued them, and placed them under the hand of the children of Kittim. And Edom became one kingdom with the children of Kittim all the days. And for many years there was no king in Edom, and their government was the children of Kittim and their king. And it was in the 26th year after the children of Yisrael had passed the Yarden, that is, the 66th year after the children of Yisrael had departed from Mitzrayim, that Yahusha was old, advanced in years, being 108 years old in those days. And Yahusha called unto Yisrael, to their elders, their judges, and officers, after Yahuwah had given to all Yisrael rest from all their enemies round about. And Yahusha said to the elders of Yisrael and to their judges, Behold, I am old, advanced in years, and you have seen what Yahuwah has done to all the nations whom he has driven away from before you. For it is Yahuwah who has fought for you. Now, therefore, strengthen yourselves to guard and to do all the words of the Torah of Moshe, not to deviate from it to the right or to the left, and not to come amongst those nations who are left in the land. Neither shall you make mention of the name of their Elohim, but you shall cleave to Yahweh Eloheka, as you have done to this day. And Yahusha greatly exhorted the children of Yisrael to serve Yahuwah all their days. And all Yisrael said, We will serve Yahuwah Eloheinu all our days, we and our children and our children's children and our seed forever. And Yahusha cut a covenant with the people on that day, and he sent away the children of Yisrael, and they went each man to his inheritance and to his city. And it was in those days when the children of Yisrael were dwelling securely in their cities, that they buried the coffins of the tribes of their ancestors, which they had brought up from Mitzrayim, each man in the inheritance of his children. The 12 sons of Yaakov did the children of Yisrael bury, each man in the possession of his children. And these are the names of the cities wherein they buried the 12 sons of Yaakov, whom the children of Yisrael had brought up from Mitzrayim. And they buried Reuven and Gad on his side of the Jordan, and Romia, which Moshe had given to their children. And Shimon and Levi buried in the city of Madah, which he had given to the children of Shimon, and the suburb of the city was for the children of Levi. And Yehuda they buried in the city of Benjamin, opposite Beit Lechem, and the bones of Issachar and Yevulun they buried in Tisadon, in the portion which fell unto their children. And Dan was buried in the city of his children, in Eshtael. And Naphtali and Asher they buried in Kadesh, Naphtali, each man in his place, which he had given to his children. And the bones of Joseph they buried in Shechem, in the part of the field which Yaakov had purchased from Chamor, and which became to Joseph for an inheritance. And they buried Benjamin in Jerusalem, opposite Yevusi, which was given to the children of Benjamin. The children of Yisrael buried their fathers, each man in the city of his children. And at the end of 2 years, Yahusha, the son of Nun, died, 110 years old. And the time which Yahusha judged Yisrael was 28 years, and Yisrael served Yahuwah all the days of his life. And the other affair of Yahusha, and his battles and reproofs with which he had reproved Yisrael, and all which he had commanded them, and the names of the cities which the children of Yisrael possessed in his days, behold, they are written in the cipher of the words of Yahusha to the children of Yisrael, and in the cipher of the wars of Yahuwah, which Moshe and Yahusha and the children of Yisrael had written. And the children of Yisrael buried Yahusha in the border of his inheritance in Tamnah, Cherak, which was given to him in Mount Ephraim. And Eleazar, the son of Aharon, died in those days, and they buried him in the hill belonging to Pinehach, his son, which was given him in Mount Ephraim. At that time, after the death of Yahusha, the children of Canaanim were still in the land, and Yisrael resolved to drive them out. And the children of Yisrael asked of Yahuwah, saying, who shall first go up for us to Canaanim to fight against them? And Yahuwah said, Yehuda shall go up. And the children of Yehuda said to Shimon, go up with us into your lot, and we will fight against the Canaanim. And we likewise will go up with you in your lot. So the children of Shimon went with the children of Yehuda, and the children of Yehuda went up and fought against Canaanim. So Yahuwah delivered the Canaanim into the hands of the children of Yehuda, and they smote them in Bezektim, 10,000 men. And they fought with Adonai Bezek, and he fled from before them. And they pursued them and caught them, and they took hold of them and cut off his thumbs and great toes. And Adonai Bezek said, 70 kings, having their thumbs and great toes cut off, gathered their meat under the table as I have done. So Elohim has requited me. And they brought him to Jerusalem, and he died there. And the children of Shimon went with the children of Yehuda, and they smote the Canaanim with the edge of the sword. And Yahuwah was with the children of Yehuda, and they possessed the mountain. And the children of Joseph went up to Beit-el, the same as Luz, and Yahuwah was with them. And the children of Joseph spied out Beit-el, And the watchmen saw a man going forth from the city, and they caught him and said to him, Show us now the entrance of the city, and we will show kindness to you. And that man showed them the entrance of the city, and the children of Joseph came and smote the city with the edge of the sword. And the man with his family they sent away, and he went to the Kittim, and he built a city, and he called the name thereof Luz. So all Yisrael dwelt in their cities, and the children of Yisrael dwelt in their cities, and the children of Yisrael served Yahuwah all the days of Yahusha, and all the days of the elders who had lengthened their days after Yahusha, and saw the great work of Yahuwah which he had performed for Yisrael. And the elders judged Yisrael after the death of Yahusha for 17 years. And all the elders who fought the battles of Yisrael against Kinyanim, and Yahuwah drove the Kinyanim from before the children of Yisrael, in order to place Yisrael in their land. And he accomplished all the words which he had spoken to Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, and the oath which he had sworn to give to them and to their children, the land of the Kenyanim. And Yahuwah gave to the children of Yisrael the whole land of Canaan, as he had sworn to their ancestors, and Yahuwah gave them rest from those around them. And the children of Yisrael dwelt securely in their cities. Blessed be Yahuwah forever. Amen and amen. Strengthen yourselves and let the hearts of all you that trust in Yahweh be of good courage.